For this week's Movement Monday, we're talking about squats. More specifically, how to reduce and maybe even eliminate what I call your squat gap. Now, it's that space that exists between the back of your hips and your ankles when you're not squatting down low enough. First and foremost, you may be asking me, Matt, why do I care about this squat gap? Like, isn't it fine to not squat all the way down? And to a large degree, yeah, sure. Like, you're never gonna go on your deathbed and be like, well, I wish I had squatted deeper when I was younger. But let me put it to you this way. When you squat deeper and you reduce that squat gap, you're going to gain more benefit of every single thing you're hoping to get out of your squats. Better mobility in your hips and ankles, better stability in your hips as well, and yes, more strength in the muscles themselves. There's two things to recognize in being able to get deeper into a squat. The first is building up the mobility and tension control required for that deeper squat. And there's a couple ways I recommend doing this. One is to use upper body assistance, like with a suspension trainer, or just simply holding on to a post or something sturdy, and then practicing getting down into a very deep squat. This allows some of the resistance to come into your upper body so that your legs don't have to shoulder the entire load. This gives your hips and your ankles the ability to build the mobility required into a deep squat. It also allows you to work on the tension control in your quads, your hamstrings, your glutes, and so on, so that your muscles don't relax as they get lower, but they can still support your body in a deep squat. You can also practice with some lower body support, particularly through elevating your heels. We do this a lot with like a balance board that's tilted, or you can do this on simply an incline, like a bit of a hill, if you can find it outside. But basically, inclining your foot downward slightly allows your weight to come forward, and that's going to make it easier for you to control yourself into a deeper squat. And the third strategy you can use is to front load your body. Having some sort of a load in your arms like kettlebell, sandbag, medicine ball, barbell like a Zercher squat or a front squat. These are all ways you can front load the body that can also pull you forward slightly and make it a little bit easier and more comfortable to get into that deeper squat. The second thing to recognize is why these techniques work, which is they make it easier for you to practice triple flexion. Now, squats are often referred to as a triple extension exercise when you're standing up, and that's entirely true. But getting deep into a squat involves also triple flexion, which is why squats are such a holistic, complete exercise. So when you squat down, particularly below parallel, you use your shin muscles to pull your knee forward, use your hamstrings and calves to pull your thighs and your hips closer to your ankles, and you use your hip flexors to pull your torso closer to your knee. So loading the front of the body up or doing it on an incline essentially gives you an assistance for that triple flexion. But eventually what you want to do is use your own muscles to pull yourself basically kind of like into a little ball into the bottom of your squat. Last little bit of advice, I recommend deep squatting or practicing deep squatting every single day. We're sitting so much these days that it's really hard to train and adequately condition the muscles and the joints with only 1 or 2 squat sessions a couple times a week. And a little bit every single day helps to build up that resiliency in your legs and make it used to a deep squat as a normal, natural thing that you don't even have to warm up to do in the near future. So there you go. That's how to get squat deeper and remove your squat gap and build more stability, mobility, and strength in your lower body. Questions down below. Be fit, live free.